Hello and welcome to the next episode of Stellaris with me, Winslayer. It's been one day since I looked at this, only one day, and I've already forgotten most of what was happening in this playthrough. So let's see, who is fighting who? Any of you guys at war? You're at war with a lot of people, which means you're about to lose some territory. Sad. Very sad. They're at war. I think they were fighting a pretty interesting war last time I checked. The Lords of Irium are attacking the Shaman, which have some pretty big fleets around here, but they're not using them very well. Here's that these guys have been able to take a lot of territory off of the enemy. As usual, the volume goes up right as I start recording here. Seems like it's not too loud. Or at least I hope it's not too loud. There aren't too many of these guys out there. Their society was wiped out pretty early on. See, in the galaxy there's only 39 of them. Ooh, that's not good. Especially if one of them's getting bombed into oblivion on a planet that's likely to get bombed back by its, own forces, because they're really bad at using armies. This guy just seems to be hanging out in this system. They want that one. They want to win it. They might have claims. This option right here, the claims button, should be down here, if you ask me. Oh yeah, I remember I wrote down some things that I could do on a piece of paper yesterday, so might go grab that and bring it over here. Oh, I could just simply settle the last bit of territory over here and make it so that there are no more pirates. Pirates be gone. That's something easy that we could do now. I was thinking about switching my ethics, which I won't do, I think, for a while. I'm resettling a lot of pops to eliminate factions, so this might serve as an episode that demonstrates how to reduce these numbers. I think that was at 20 last episode, and that was at 14. And basically what I'm doing is I'm finding the ones that aren't on here, on my homeworld, Quack, and moving them over. So there's one on 4HSC that I will move over to, well, yeah, if there's a spiritualist, yes, and there is one. Perfect. So I wasn't sure if this would have triggered yet, but one of my pops on this planet is ready to go to a different one for HSC. That would be the unhappy guy. He's going to switch with a spiritualist. Which one was it? Materialist. Switch with him, please. So now the materialist is on this planet, whoops, which has a bonus to the governing ethics attraction. It's a pretty nice advantage to having a size 25 homeworld. You can put lots of distant pops on there and convert them over to the right way. Right now I'm trying to get rid of the materialists and the xenophiles. I think this will be reduced to nothing eventually. I might want to get rid of those cyborg pops sooner rather than later. We'll see if that faction pops back up, and if it does, then I'll just get rid of the cybernetic pops. Right now I'm dealing with a couple factions, so it's gonna take a while to deal with these, but I feel like in the future it'll be a lot easier. As much as I want to just watch the pops, I think it's probably better to watch these armies, see where they're going. They still have 58 here. Got 62 there. They're just bombing this place down. It's pretty much got nothing. You should just send an army, like any army. Jump it over. This one should just get there now. And that's what I would do. I'd use jump drives, take it right here, and attack. I mean, that is if I wasn't a pacifist, right, Moregaf? I know you're warlike, but you belong to this faction, according to this ledger right here. Our ruler's political faction is the pacifist one, so we're not getting rid of that. And he's immortal, so we might as well just embrace it. We're moving in that direction. Definitely want to record those actions there. Might even draw out like a roadmap of when I want to do each one. We'll see how many people I can convert in this episode, and if I can convert a lot of them, that'll be awesome. I know what the name of this episode would be. If not, then yeah, I can just settle that system down at the right where my mouse is, right here. Go in here and be like, oh look, no more pirates forever. Pirates be gone. I mean, my piracy risk is apparently 0, so I don't even need to settle it. That might be linked to the fact that I have this, and I don't need it. I think factions are actually making more influence now than they used to. Might be able to get over 20 influence. That'd be awesome. If I reduced these factions to nothing and I was able to get everything I can out of these, and I might be able to might be able to get myself all the way up to 3. Yay. Three, what is it? Influence from factions, I think. That'd be pretty cool. Gotta get some of these egalitarians out of here too. There's a good number of them causing problems.
Incoming transmission.
I was improving the size of my fleet. I do remember doing that. I was building a lot of corvettes to make a crazy corvette fleet. And stronger than all my others with like a level 1 leader. No experience. It's great. It's gonna be a super powerful corvette fleet, I'm sure. But they don't need the extra evasion. Let's see what this guy has for evasion. He's at 90%. And they're at 90%. I don't think you can get over 90. Yeah, I think that's like actually wasted the all that evasion right there. It might be better to put a different leader in charge of this fleet. Somebody like combat stuff, fire rate, subway speed. I don't think evasion does me a lot of good actually. Just sad because they got the extra leader lifespan. I think I want to go for the combat guy though. 5% evasion I think actually is pretty useless for a corvette fleet. Whereas fire rate might be nice. Fire rate could be quite good. I'm gonna trust my instincts on that. I like fire rate. And I might get that event where you get the that leader. Also, shouldn't I be upgrading my stuff to the better shields? Did I not research that yet? Where do they keep the shields? Seems odd. When I go here, this has to be better, right? $200. It's not better. What? Really? The small ones aren't better, but the large ones are better. The medium ones are better. So it's just on the smaller crafts that you don't want to upgrade. Like these guys have small ones, so this would be a good one to put that on, right? Am I reading these wrong? But I feel like that would be better. Let's compare this over here on the side. So this is going to take my shields from 1350 to a bigger number. Does it reduce its damage? Is that what I saw? Yeah, reduces its damage output a little bit because it costs more, but the shields are better. no denying that they're better. Is it worth slightly less fire rate to have better shields? Apparently the auto ship design thinks no. It is not better. I don't know now, actually. I feel like it might be better to have that slightly more damage. I'm gonna risk it and go for the psychic stuff. I gotta go through and click it all manually because can't figure it out on its own apparently. Oh, this one just has one thing of shields on it.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Seems a bit risky. I thought I had good shields, so I'm not sure why I chose not to take more. Take a little bit of shields. These guys have nice set of stuff. They're just different. I guess I decided I didn't want these things to have or are these the things I just changed? Let's do this and put some armor. I feel like I wasn't paying attention when I designed these. Cause these seem like pretty bad designs. Yeah, let's put these on here. Save that. And let's put this on here. Save that. Now everything has to be upgraded, just like everywhere. I hope this is actually better. We're gonna go from 168.8 to hopefully more fleet power. It's gonna be more expensive fleet power. Oh, Wow, my mineral income is way down. But it looks like my starbase capacity is ready for me to build another place, another anchorage point. Yeah, my mineral income seems to be suffering a lot. Whoa, that's expensive. Why does it cost that much? Thing is, just building like a defense platform only costs that much. Why does upgrading it cost that much? I don't understand. I guess they're all gonna have to stay like that then, because I'm not gonna spend that much on just upgrading these. So many. What a shame. Yeah, upgrading is a little bit iffy in this build, but overall I like it better than the other ones. The most recent one. It's not that it's terrible, it's just really slow. It has like points where it barely moves. It just kind of like sits there doing its thing. Let's see, where are they? 168. Let's see if that number gets bigger. Even if it doesn't, I think the ships are better the way I designed them. Psionic stuff. At least the Shroud can't try to do any weird stuff like give me shields when I already have them. I didn't mean to click there. Don't know why that happened. So the number hasn't changed yet, but I think it will get updated soonish. Maybe next month. I'll definitely check on it soon. Oh yeah, in 1,800 days I need to come back here and do something with this stuff. This looks like a good mineral production location. I think I'll land right here, make some minerals. What are we on? 9? I think we've done 8 of these, so this would be 9. It's gonna make us some minerals. Look, this faction's smaller. Yay! These guys still seem to hate me. At least they're working their fortresses and doing that kind of stuff. The unrest is at 0 even though there's lots of unhappy people. wonder if these guys are building anything interesting. I think this is just a sentry. Yeah, it's just a silly sentry ray. The AI nations seem to think that's a good project to invest in, unfortunately. I only need one and I already have one. So it's just for them, I guess. Just to say they have one. I really wanted this nation to be successful. They're the first ones to build a ring world, and it's gonna be sad to see them go. There aren't that many of them in the galaxy either. So sad. They definitely tried. They did okay. Good news! The fleet's slightly stronger. Yay! That's good. I'm happy to see that. The changes I made were an improvement. Just costs a little bit more in maintenance, which we can afford.
Our ships have been improved. The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Gotta get more corvettes. They seem pretty good.
Incoming transmission.
I think this one will be quite a bit stronger with improved Titans, or shields rather, for the Titans.
Construction complete.
There, that should be better. The Rotarians and pacifists seem to be okay. Though I want people to be really happy, I need to get them over to 80% happiness.
Construction complete.
I just can't think of what to do next.
Construction complete.
Let's go check on some people. But this war's almost over. This one's almost over. Not really.
Our
Still gonna
ships
be a
have
while.
been improved.
Lots of buildings to be manned. That's good. Some interesting name for a singularity. It's not near a fallen empire, is it? I think they were down here, and then there's this guy over here. It's not really. Don't know why the AI decided to call it that, but it did. We will take extra population growth, thank you. $60 there. 72 there. These fleets are sizable, but are they enough? 48 there, 100 there. Pretty giant fleet there on the way to take the Horde's home systems. Oh yeah, that doesn't look great for them. Quite unfortunate. I mean, I guess they put themselves in that situation, so can't feel too bad for them. have them go there slowly. This is where I had them hanging out, just in case.
Our ships have been improved.
When this one's done, I'll want to send it over to meet up with the rest of them. It'll take a little bit of time, but it's worth waiting. Yeah, they really need to upgrade the queuing ability, because I don't think I can click on this and tell it to go to orbit without it canceling this or doing something weird. It's kind of boring just watching this number crawl up.
Our ships have been improved. Construction complete.
do like that our holy world, the one that we used this edict to get. Hello Planet. I like how that one has the natural beauty modifier. It's pretty good. It's not like the best one, but it makes it a better place to say no sapient life should go there. It's perfect. Plus it's got this.
Our ships have been
Uh-oh.
improved.
This faction's happier. Not happier, bigger. It went from 10 to 11, I think. Just hanging out here. Yeah, let's get you over here with the others. I really don't know the difference between the different ship things like this. These are all platforms. Let's go to an actual thing, like a cruiser, for example. There's the artillery one. There's the line one. Pick it. Might be best to actually change some of the ship designs to different ones, but I'm gonna assume that you want artillery on your bigger ones for now. I don't know if I need the swarm to get myself that extra. Swarm might actually not be worth it. Tracking would help the missiles out a little bit. Afterburners don't seem very useful, though I heard this doesn't actually help. Extra energy might be good just across the board. Its speed goes down if I do that. This helps it go faster. I could be using the precog instead of what I'm on to get extra sublight speed. Either that or I get rid of the evasion for a little bit more fire rate. I wonder what its current tracking is. I assume that's what I should have done. Now I have to cancel all of these. Great.
Construction complete.
Alright, so now I can put this on the precog. Assume that everything else is on the best. Yeah, it looks like it is. And let's go down the rest of them and double check to see what kind of stuff they have available. They do have the precog, so I should be going for that. Or I can tell there's no reason for me not to. This one will give it a little bit more evasion. I'll just put them all on this type of stuff. I'm gonna assume artillery's just better. Oh, this is actually more fire rate and more range. I don't know, it's better. But I feel like putting this on this is better. Or that.
The spirits have granted
What did I
us
choose?
wisdom.
thing has really good range, that has alright range, so I'm gonna put them on that, not swarm. Its evasion is pretty much 90. Their evasion could be higher. But not actually, I don't know if it can be. Go with that for now. And now everybody's gotta go upgrade again. Could have sworn that I put this on something else, not the Sapient. Everybody stop what you're doing.
Construction complete.
I could have sworn I've done this twice. I went over to this and I said save. Design already exists. No, it doesn't. Why is it being like that? Oh, there it is. What is going on? They're on this. Let's upgrade them and see if they change over. Very confused.
Our ships have been improved.
Well, they have the thing I want them to have, which is good. Well, I'll just upgrade everything then. So these guys don't have Corvettes, that's why they don't have to upgrade it. Cool. Why is there only 42 of these? Okay. I think those two can be combined, but I wouldn't want to.
Our ships have been improved.
Would I? I feel like it makes sense to combine these. It would make exactly 230. 270 fleet power in one fleet seems pretty good. That's this one right here.
Our ships have been improved. Our ships have been improved.
Wow, that seems to take a while.
Our ships have been improved.
These guys are losing their swarm computer. I'm gonna give them the psychic one because I got the options. Options are good, especially when it comes to ship design. At least that's what I can tell. Not everybody can afford to take the options, or not everybody gets the options, but it's nice if you can.
Our ships have been improved. Our ships have been improved.
Hey, look at that. They got this thing now. Slightly more fire rate and some tracking, whatever tracking is. I think it has to do with accuracy. I could look that up actually. That wouldn't be hard to look up. Let's go here. Tracking cancels out evasion. Okay, that's good. That's how I thought it worked. So tracking is very good to put on my missile boats. They're fast enough. have this guy in charge of this one for some reason. How come they never upgraded? Oh, they are upgrading, okay. It's good, I guess. Just gonna take him a while to do that. And I think this is gonna show up as stronger than 48.9 soon. I'm hoping it does. Those afterburners that help out with evasion. 10%. And thrusters. Is that this right here? Ah, yeah, okay. 20% come from the fact that my thrusters are just awesome. Definitely no need to put a guy with this on anything with corvettes. That guy should be on a fleet that focuses on something other than that, like this one. Let's put the evasion guy on this one. I think I was going to combine those fleets anyways. Give them some corvettes. Yeah, the fleet power went up like 0.6, but it's still something. I like how 8 corvettes gives me 9k worth of fleet power. That means it wouldn't take me very long to build up a pretty strong fleet. Can I pick him up in the list and drag him? No, I can't. Kind of like all the guys that hang out together to be able to be next to each other on the list. It's just the way it is, I guess. The 9th ring world is almost complete. Not complete, but we're colonizing it. Might take another little break later today. Not sure if I'm going to stream for more than an hour right now. If I do take a break, then it's going to be tricky to stream another 2 hours after that. But if I do take a break, I will be on later tonight, like 9 p.m. my time, or Pacific Standard Time. I'm enjoying this. I was thinking if I were getting close to the end of this episode, I'd just try and do two more hours here, but I might need just a tiny break to refresh. lots of things to upgrade here. Let's get to the upgrades. At least those upgrades are taken care of now, right? Mineral income seems to be pretty good there. Maybe it's this mineral planet right here. I feel like that can't be it. It's probably the anchorage point that's helping out more than anything else. Let's go find that thing that I was working on. Yes. This guy. It's almost ready for more anchorage points. I think I'll just go for more anchorage points. They're pretty useful. There. Do that in that order. It's a nice upgrade. Squeaky chair. Pretty sure that's coming through in the recording, but whatever. Just the chair that I got. Alright, let's get another avatar thingy. I guess not. Aw. No. That's actually really sad because that might make it harder for me to convert people away from these factions. Why, game? Why? Yep. These guys had converted over, so they're less likely to now. Evil Shroud. Don't they know what I'm trying to do with this game? To get everybody to see the light. Join us. We're good lizards. Treat our lizards well. What should I go to now? It's time to go check on these guys in their war. Still a decent amount of fleet power right here. There, I can watch like that. The corner of my eye. Oh, I got somebody over on in chat. What's up, Grimity? You're welcome for the follow. Thanks for the message over here in chat. Well, try and come over and check out your channel too when I'm done streaming. Maybe when I take my break I'll go over to yours. Are you streaming later today? That's hype. I see. It's pretty small on my phone. Oh, okay. Cool. Are you familiar with this game, Stellaris? It's kind of a unique one. I don't know anyone's quite like it. I mean, Paradox makes games like it, but this is the most modern version of it. You have it, but you've never played. Oh, you have to. It's a great game. Highly recommend it. Trying to do some multiplayer stuff with some other people on the weekend. Maybe if you got time, you can join us. What's your favorite Paradox game? I've only really played a couple of their titles. Yeah, Crusader Kings 2, nice. I think that's tied with Stellaris for me. I really like Crusader Kings 2. All the little funny stories that come out of it. Stellaris has some good stuff too, like that, just because of the way the worlds build themselves and the characters are generated. This guy I got a long time ago, and he's immortal. Never die. And when he became immortal, people in my society decided to depose our old leader and make him our mortal king. I've never seen that event chain before. And it's a good reference to I think Warhammer 40k. I got another game where I got a robot who had a substance abuse problem and then became our king. We elected him president, and then he decided to change our authority over to imperialism, so he's the king now, and he's no longer a drug abuser. He fulfilled his purpose. Good, I'm happy. You could probably just play the vanilla Stellaris and you'd probably enjoy it plenty, but I've been really enjoying Distant Stars. This version, this game right here isn't on that patch. It's on an older one, and I can't switch over, or else well, it might corrupt the save. So I'm gonna play on this one as long as possible. Just kind of want to see what the Xenos do with the ability to war and create alliances as they see fit. Basically treating it a bit like an ant farm. I reset the universe so that they all start off like at the beginning of the game on one planet, and yeah, there's some people fighting over here and whatnot, passing judgments on them like a good spiritualist would. Probably gonna become less xenophobic soon too. Yeah, no worries, dude. It's cool talking to you. I'll see you around. Thanks, dude. So I got a planet here that I need to get rid of by settling this new one. You should get rid of an old one. Problem is, I don't think I can do that very easily. There may be one or two of these planets out here that I could put in a sector. But I think I'm just going to take the penalty for being over that limit for now. Either go for a leader or, yeah, increased core capacity, which isn't an option. So leader lifespan it is. I have to say I'm a pretty big fan of leader lifespan. I like it when the leaders with the good modifiers just stick around forever. Now this is supposed to be a mineral planet, so let's set this up for that. More minerals, please. Minerals are good. Yeah. There's other places I could start the buildings on. I'm not going to be getting any more food for the remainder, or at least the foreseeable future. I don't think I'm going to be going over that for at least another 100 years in game. Start around the year 2200. I think actually on the year 2200, and now we're just building things up a little bit. That was cool having Sony come by the channel. Somebody who likes Paradox games. I know they're a big company, but they're kind of like a unique one. Not everybody's going to enjoy the kind of sit-down strategy games that I like. But the people who do, they get really into them. I love them because they're replayable. There are very few games that you get quite the same value for your dollar. There's more to it than that, but it's a big part of it. Who else should I check in? Or who should I check in on? These guys have a fleet down here. An enemy fleet right there. You know what they really need to be concerned with is the giant fleet that was around here recently. I don't think that's it unless you got in a pretty costly fight. I feel like this is from the pirate thing, but they're just left over, hanging out there forever. You'll be remembered. I wonder how he had the game, but he hadn't really played it. Stellaris isn't cheap. Maybe you got it in a bundle or something like that, or gifted, or who knows. You gotta check out how big this guy's channel is. Maybe he gets things like Stellaris for free. I'd be jealous if he does. You gotta have a pretty big presence, I think, for the company to justify that kind of thing, or for any video company to justify handing out a free copy, a press copy. There has to be some kind of number that they're always looking for. Is there going to be peace in this universe, or war? He's going south into this space, it looks like. A little bit of back and forth. I didn't think that would have a medium slot. This does. Should probably either delete this design or upgrade it so it no longer uses those crummy tier 2 things. I wonder if I have an upgrade to kinetic batteries out there. These autocannons. Are they the same thing? Because I don't think they are. Yeah, because it's a large right there. That might be the best you get. It's a pretty nice looking fleet that these guys have assembled. Some Titans out there. Can't view them apparently. torpedoes. Torpedoes are always nice. Sanon, come on now. You could be doing better than that. Some of those factions are starting to look a little smaller. No thanks to my homeworld here and my strategy. Definitely doesn't seem to be a giant benefit in staying in this authoritarian governing ethics. I don't know which ones I would want though, other than that. Spiritualist is good, probably leaning towards pacifism, and Zenith really isn't very useful. Either is egalitarian. Maybe I go for peaceful spiritualist. Could embrace both of those to get rid of the authoritarianism and the xenophobia. It's tempting. Been promoting authoritarianism for a long time. But my paws are just, they're happy enough. I don't think it makes sense to keep on going down that route. About 1 year away from needing to buy the next part of the ring world. Okay. Madness. Don't be crazy. Bad whispers in the void, telling our people to be crazy. There's no need to do that. Shroud Madness. Yeah, that seems like a good name for an episode. Shroud Madness. I think I'll write that down. Save the other titles for another time. very sad that not everybody is in tune with the Shroud. That's probably what's driving them crazy, right? Alright, so it's been a while since I went through this list. Let's do this differently. Let's see who's weak. The Holy Hierarchy, you're weak. Robo Roach Monarchy. Decadent Dynasty, the Jarldom is apparently stronger than some of those other guys. I find that hard to believe. They're Ixians, that makes sense. The Shaman have apparently gotten themselves into an interesting situation. They don't have a lot of fleets left. But I think they have an ally who probably has their main fleet. He's probably in control of it, flying it around. These guys are in the middle. Some of the strongest ones are at war. The very strongest ones, though, they're just building up. Like this guy's been building up forever. You could have been friends, Dark Angels. Do like that two of the old fallen empires are reasonably strong. There's more, but I forget who or what I called them. I don't recognize any of them. Isolators, that was another fallen empire. They haven't done so well. They're working with old allies of mine. Over here. These guys are working together. For now. We'll see if that alliance lasts. I mean, the isolationists are famous for being xenophobes. Can't really trust them. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break actually. I've decided now. Take a little break, maybe come back for 2 hours, but I'm starting to run out of things to say, and I wanna make sure I have things to say. I think at this point, there may be some videos on YouTube that I didn't see earlier, things that were just posted today. So I'll watch those, and maybe by then I'll feel ready for another 2 hours. And if not, maybe that 2 hours will be cut short a little bit. I've been thinking about making these an hour long so I don't have to focus too much on it in one go. I don't know how many people are actually viewing these episodes, and the ones after the reset just started going online, so it's going to be a while before I actually know how some of those older recordings performed. But yeah, if you're enjoying this, if you're watching this and you've gotten to this point in the video, you might as well comment below and let me know that you would like to see more in this series and this playthrough. And yeah, it's not going to take much to keep me interested. If you just kind of let me know, and I'll probably stick with it. I don't see why not. I mean, Moregaf is going to be around forever. We might as well keep him company. Right, Moregaf? You just nodded. That means yes. He's in agreement. Probably colonize this as well. This one actually seems to be set up in a way that would make mineral production pretty beneficial. I think it's going to be the fort world that I set up a little bit of mineral production on. Gotta figure out what's going on in the background there. Oh wow. They actually vassalized them. The Robo-Roaches. They've given up their ability to make their own decisions. Ah. Ah. Did they take a lot of territory off of the shaman? They did. The shaman are so much weaker than they used to be. Oh. Wow. They're gonna absorb the Rixians, and then who knows how much territory they're gonna take off the Horde for making them fight this. But the Shard and everything, they're gonna come against this nation pretty strong. At least that's what I would expect. That's so funny. Look at them go. It's an interesting development, to say the least. Let's put this on this. We're actually finally fighting real wars with each other. It's interesting to see from a fallen empire's perspective. One of these days they're gonna outpace me and I'm gonna get completely annihilated. That's at least my current prediction. Hey, look at that. It's done and didn't give me a pop-up for nothing. How cool is that? I think this one should be a mineral planet. This one will be the mineral planet, or another mineral planet.
Aliens have formed an unholy compact.
And this will be the one that we fortify. tiny nation, aren't you? You're gonna work with the Hermit Lords, which are... Ah, right there. They might actually form a decently sized federation. They got some friendlies around them. Might be looking at our first collection of smaller states over here. I'm all for it. I'd like to see a little bit of difference among the nations of the galaxy here. Some variation. Feel like this was considered stronger before I did the last upgrade. Where I took them off of Swarm and I put them on Picket. But the fleet power doesn't mean a whole bunch. It's just like a calculation. Still the afterburners. On Picket. They may be worse. I might be wrong about the changes that I made. But I feel pretty good about the changes. Right there, all by itself, huh? Probably take this one back and put a 2-planet thing. Like, it's only 1 planet there. This is 2 ring worlds in there. Put them in a sector. Get rid of this one. Not sure else. I'm not sure what else I want to do. More upgrades. Yay for upgrading. Slowly but surely. Getting more and more minerals. They really need more friends in their alliance. They have a lot of people who like them, but none of them are joining their federation.
Incoming transmission.
Did I end up making a temple here? I did. Good. Because this guy is not spiritualist, unfortunately. Hey, but this guy is. I can move him to another planet. Let's go to production unit. There, that should be better. Looks much better. Wonder which war is going to end next. Probably one of the ones up around here. I think this one's going to end next. It might take an hour, but it will end. You can't go on forever. So, what should I focus on now? Probably this. Maybe I'll get some tech that will help me out next month. Can always hope. Okay. Any second now. I like leader lifespan, but I'll take that for now. We've got all these unexperienced admirals. They gotta learn from two old dudes over here. Ooh, 2% chance every month. He's gonna die soon. Our engineer. Ropo Dom. Oh, we got another one. You're training up. That's good. I got room for another. We could get another governor. Assign them to a new sector. Yeah, all the fleets have an admiral. Except for that tiny one right there. But it doesn't count. Why would it?
Construction complete.
Something was finished? Yay, okay, something to do. Let's upgrade. Let's click the buttons. Now I can think about where I'm going to put things like this
Construction complete.
and this. Put that guy there. Seems pretty solid so far. Although I might need a research planet soon. I feel like my research might slow down soon if I'm not careful. Then again, does it matter if I'm building up my economy?
The
Maybe.
non-believers are fighting amongst themselves.
Non-believers. Yeah, they should have made a stronger federation. They kind of were asking for that. I wouldn't let them grow into a strong federation. I'd want to attack them if I saw that they're trying to get people in some kind of alliance. Okay. So that war is going on over there. Wonder what happened to that one species that I put over there. These guys. There's 61 of them. 7 planets, so they're not wiped out. Must have been displaced or something weird. I have a feeling that these guys over here have like open borders, or rather, they let just like anyone in their territory. You got refugees, something rather. Yeah, they got refugees. Either that or migration treaties. I think they're refugees though. Everybody was xenophobic until recently, so I think it makes more sense that they came in as refugees and they were welcomed in, or that they wanted to even go to another country. It's nice to see that this has recovered a bit, quite a bit. For now, this can have this. Yeah. I was tempted to fill in this spot to make pirates an impossibility, but I think I'll leave that for future episodes. Well, I think it's getting to that point. It's been about 2 hours, so I'm gonna start doing my outro now. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I've got some links below to things like my social media. That's all I had to say. I will see you around for the next one.